Team Satsanga is now undergoing the e-learning program by Swamiji, designed for teens and youth. Last week, we discussed the difference between attachment and love from the book The Fall of the Human Intellect.
What is attachment? So having love for something but also being selfish towards it is essentially attachment. So the equation would be love plus selfishness equals attachment. But true love is being attached to something but minus the selfish part of it. So the equation would be love equals attachment minus selfishness.
I'm wondering if it's actually possible to get rid of attachment completely. Because the way I look at it, I think it's really natural. And I think you could get rid of it to the point where it's not that bad of a thing. But when you have a relationship with somebody, I think a part of that relationship is being attached to something the person does for you. So, like, if you ask me if I love my mom, I would obviously say yes. But part of the reason I would say I love my mom is probably something she does for me. And I think if you ask anyone, part of the reason they love their mom, they would probably list something that she does for them. And obviously you would appreciate like everything she does for you, but I think that's part of attachment because you're loving her for something she does for you, which is essentially attachment.
Towards the end of the 10th or 11th lecture, Swamiji had told that animals are provided with attachment to help sure that they care for their young, which helps in maintaining their progeny as well as propagation of their species. So it's natural instinct for us also to have attachment, but then we are provided with an intellect to help govern our attachment and to make sure it stays within the limits and it doesn't go too far. Yes, it is definitely possible to be free from attachment, as we have seen in the poems Even This Shall Pass Away, Daffodils, and even The Village Preacher. And as for how, basically we need to train our intellect into such a way that we understand the meaning of what is an attachment, we understand what is not an attachment, and we can figure out what like or what dislike can lead to an attachment, so we can take measures beforehand to prevent it from becoming an attachment. And the other thing is to find out what possessions are useless hanging on to and what might be useful hanging on to, like knowledge. So we need to use our intellect in such a way that we are free from attachment.
Is being so emotionally connected to somebody that when something happens to them, it automatically affects you as well. Attachment is also dependency. You are dependent on that person to provide you with happiness or with whatever you desire. On the other hand, true love is when you make sacrifices to make the other person happy. You think of them before you think of yourself.
The most basic thing is to reduce your expectations on the other person, but while reducing your expectations, you should also do your best to do what satisfies them and to make them happy. And then on top of that, you should not expect them to keep returning the favor to you, rather just be happy with the other person. And to answer the second part of the question, how to enhance true love, you need to treat the other person as a human being rather than a possession which will be with you forever.